Welcome back to Zhuzhing It Up in the Kitchen with Mommy. We were talking on episode 1 and 2 about Thanksgiving gravy and the reason for us to have done our preparation, which we did the original one with just store-bought broth, but we also did our homemade broth, which was just the turkey parts. I used wings and the giblets, which is the basic reason for having done the broth, which is I want to do giblet gravy, which is a family favorite, and because I like to have remaining broth so I can use the carcass and make a delicious turkey soup. And these guys are going to help a little later on the mother sauces, and this is the French mother sauces. This was the first one my mommy taught me how to use and make for her. Is bechamel. Bechamel is the same roux, which is, to recap, the butter, which is already melted, the same amounts of butter and flour, and we quickly cook it here. And instead of using the liquid of a broth, which could be the turkey that we had, it could be chicken, it could be beef, it could be vegetable broth, we are going to use, in this case, milk. You can also use cream, and if you use cream, that would be your Alfredo sauce, if you also add cheese right after. So we are going to use the same process of doing the gravy, and after our flour has cooked for a few minutes, we will add the warm liquid. In this case, it's milk. If you rush it and you don't warm up your broth or milk before, you may end up with a little bit lumpy. Not a problem. You can always use a strainer and just pass it through, and nobody saw you, so it's good and well if you can recover that way. So we are going to add all our warm milk, and while we are letting it come together here, we are going to talk about how we use it. So our gravy uses, first of all, we will have gravy. We will have the gravy leftovers with the giblets, but you can also use the same gravy recipe for breakfast and go over biscuits, go over chicken fried steak, make it delicious in not only in pastas, but accompanying mashed potatoes. I used to love having gravy over my mashed potatoes when I was growing up. For the bechamel, we'll be able to also put it in pasta, but we will be able to do some beautiful things like spinach and artichoke dip. You will use cream with the same method and cheese, and it's gonna be delicious. If you go a little further, even if you add a lot of cheese, you can put it on these shells, and now you are an excellent host of a party and you have a delicious appetizer for next to nothing. All right, so now our bechamel cream sauce is really thickened and it looks velvety and beautiful. And the only thing it needs now is seasoning. We are going to talk just a little bit about seasoning. I like it with a lot of pepper and a little bit of salt. If you are going to add cheese to any sauce, in actually any preparation, just leave your salt seasoning for the last, because cheeses add quite a bit of salt. And as I told you, you can always add more salt, but you can never take any out. So let's add a little pepper first. And like I said, I like lots of pepper. And a pinch of salt. And then if we add some cheese, then we can test our way through how much more salt it needs a little later. A favorite dish of my mom's was cauliflowers au gratin, which is a very traditional dish. You only had to steam the cauliflower and then add this beautiful sauce, pop it in the oven for 20 minutes, and you have this beautiful way of eating cauliflower, and even the pickiest eater will eat it. So this has been zhuzhing it up in the kitchen with Mom. Bye.